Before I go there, before I answer that, you saw the knee injury. Nobody should be playing doctor, but that type of injury.
Sí, doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Sí, doctor.
But from being there, that type of injury is one of those, it seems to me like these MCL injuries.
It's funny you mention that because Graham Potter said he opened up his knee, which, if you know anything about knees, when you open up, the MCL is the one that kind of runs so long.
It's the MCL. It stings.
Have you done an MCL?
I have.
I have too. So that I know when I thought the same thing.
And we don't know, but let's hope it's that, honestly. Because that's something that's just time, yes.
Yeah, you don't have to get a surgery for an MCL, right?
No, of course not. And it stings. It hurts. It bothers you. And it will get better in a few weeks' time. That said, your question was, will this affect potential transfer?
Yeah, definitely, right?
There seems to be a narrative from the outside world that Christian Pulisic, if anything, is, yes, talented, but inconsistent. Inconsistent in form and inconsistent in health. His ability to get on the field, one, and two, stay on the field when he does get on. That is something that could potentially hurt his chances of a transfer.
He's not going to be a cheap. He's going on loan, and he's not going to be a cheap loan.
There you go.
So you're going to pay a lot of money for a guy who you might not get much out of.
He makes 150,000 pounds a week.
150,000 pounds a week. You're saying it's a lot of money.
That's $182,000 a week. That's not cheap. He's a very expensive player. I don't care what you say. For a player that you have serious doubts can stay on the field. The narrative, this isn't us saying this is who he is. This is the narrative around him.
I mean, it's the reality. Look at the numbers there. He has missed a lot of games. And it's a lot of different injuries, too.
Yeah, but this is skewed because when you play in the Premier League, there are like 5 different competitions going on at the same time. You're not going to probably play all those competitions anyway. So
you know what's frustrating about this? Is it was just starting to go well. Or at least it felt like
For him at Chelsea?
Yeah, yes. Just in the 3 games back, he gets 3 straight starts, which, you know, that's not an easy thing for Christian Pulisic at Chelsea. So he gets 3 straight starts coming back from the World Cup, and the guys around him were not playing well, right? Sterling's not playing well, Mount's not playing well, Havertz's not playing well. I feel like Christian Pulisic had this opportunity. Ziyech wasn't really playing well. Had this opportunity to be like, hey, I am your guy. When everybody else is letting you down, I'm going to be productive. And for this injury to come at this time, I think it kills his chances with Potter and Chelsea, but it also kills this window for him. And of all the injuries that he's had, this feels like the one with the worst timing.
Oh, man. Maybe.
Because he loses on both fronts.
I look at that graphic.
He loses in his current reality, and he loses in his future reality.
Last year was an ankle injury, right? And in that one, you could say, all right. But other than that, I think this is a guy you can say just wasn't performing at his best when he was on the field. There was some sort of, or that they didn't believe in him, or he had a run of form. These are things that happen. You missed, 2 or 3 games, okay, whatever, in a season that has how many games that they play over there with league, with cups, with Carabao, FA, whatever, national team. I get that. But I really think he was turning that narrative around. This is terrible timing, like you just said, because he's coming off a great World Cup for him personally.
Yep.
A World Cup where his stats backed what many U.S. men's national team fans had felt, that he was a player capable of turning on at the world stage. He did that. Right now, getting playing time with a Chelsea team that is struggling, personally, collectively, whatever the chance, whatever you may think.
He could have been an answer.
He could have been an answer, and it could have been an answer that would have been on to the next. It could have been on to the next, whether it's Newcastle, whether it's an Arsenal, whether it's a Liverpool, whatever you may want to think his destination would be, it could have been an answer to get there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw the reports today, Joao Felix linked with a loan move to Chelsea, another player who kind of plays in that same position.
But one of many players Chelsea's bringing in. This is nothing new.
Right, but it's problematic for Christian Pulisic because when he does get healthy, that's another guy that he's going to be competing with for minutes.